It's not often you get the chance to meet your boyhood idols, let alone sit and talk to them. So this is a very rare and fabulous situation for me, because here on Face to Face for this edition is Mr. Chris Barber.
Hi.
You told me earlier, before we sort of started, that your first introduction to music was during the war.
To jazz, yes. I was interested in music when I was young. I was 7, well, younger than that. My father was an amateur violinist. He was a statistician by profession, but he had been a violinist. He must have been a good one, because when he was at school, a large school, the Hospital School, he was leader of the orchestra. However, one did listen to the radio. Now, unusually enough at the time, at the age of 12, I had a radio. I mean, they weren't that common in those days. The transistor had made it all cheaper. So, but I had a Bakelite radio, and I was an Ovaltine, I do believe. And however, I used to listen to AFM. BBC didn't play anything much records of any kind of music I wanted to hear, really. One listened to it to get news of the war, if possible, but AFN had March of Dimes and so on, and there'd be jazz records there, and rather better popular music than I heard anywhere else. So that got me interested, and then listened to BBC a lot. Because that was where you're going to get news of our boys at the front, whatever they were, you know, what was going on.
Yeah, they were only the 2 stations then, weren't they, really, the light programme?
That's right, the light programme was, well, home service was like Radio 4 now, pretty well the same, and light programme was everything else. Whatever else there was, shared it. But what they did was play music almost all day, so it was music only worked for factories and that sort of stuff, only broken into by news from the front. Now, BBC had never played music, recorded music, all day before. I mean, it wasn't a normal thing. They had programmes about things and all a bit serious, and the light programme being a sort of a lighter version of the same thing as of home service. And however, putting on piles and piles of records there, the presenters, they called them then, or the disc jockey, you call it now, I suppose, would occasionally maybe pick up one he didn't mean to pick up and put this record on. It sounded quite different. He said afterwards, rather sort of puzzled, he said, "I think that was jazz," he said.